Smokey, I don't know what you're doing here. You're killing time.
Hey guys, welcome back to this week's edition of CheapHeatTV. Look at old vacay Xanders over here.
I'm trying to see if I can actually be heard.
Freaking California. Look at that.
Am I even being heard?
I can hear you, but you're lagging a little bit, buddy. But I got you. Don't worry about it. Scott's taking over tonight. So you just relax, enjoy your time. Uncle E's got you set up really nice at that hotel over there with a jacuzzi, I believe. But let's bring on our first person, other than Vacay Sanders, and that's the king of all wrestling media, Gene Jackson.
Hey, now, look at you getting the name right.
Man, I'm going for it. Hitting it hard, man.
Damn.
Let's bring on my other favorite person. Welcome to the culture, the pickup artist, Shane Mako.
Man, you may end up doing this every week, Scott.
And please, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to stop here because I hate the next person that we're going to be bringing on. So I'm just not going to do it.
Oh. Are we bringing him on already? We're just going to fly right on there with this?
No, we're going to keep him in the back for a little bit. Well, thank you, Smokey, for the help on the production tonight with Vacay Xanders not doing shit, but it'll be all right.
That's right.
Smokey said he wanted to show a couple of things that Ephraim sent him, so here we got a shot of, look at this. There's Xanders chilling right there in the old,
I can't,
what do you call that? The old,
unfortunately,
swing.
I can't see any of this.
And then there he is. Swing. Look at the background back there. Now, that's definitely not
wait.
Tupelo.
Which one's Xanders?
Sunglasses.
Which one?
Man, I'm just kidding with you, man.
I can't see any of the pictures.
Hey, Xanders, are those shoes called Hey Dudes? Are those Hey Dudes or those knockoffs?
Those are real Hey Dudes.
Okay, so those are the name brand.
I've worn them out.
I saw some guy at my bar had these shoes on, and they were like having this big discussion about, no, these are Hey Dudes, and I was like, I remember the show Hey Dude, and it was really good, but I did not know they made shoes called Hey Dudes.
I just heard of Hey Jude. I've never heard of Hey Jude.
Okay.
Wow. There's a couple of references I didn't expect to get tonight. Hey Dude and Hey Jude in the first.
Hey Jude.
Hey, don't sing too much of it. They'll pull us for copyright.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know is that how it goes? I didn't know.
I don't know.
Everybody, bear with us tonight though, because Vacay Xanders is in and out.
Yeah, Xanders is going to be
I'm
in
trying.
and out.
You're good, man. You got it. We got you.
California sucks whenever it comes to Wi-Fi connection.
I was going to say, man, California's supposed to be better than that. Like that's
you think, man.
So just to recap. For those keeping score at home, last Sunday night at this same exact time, you were in the state of Florida on vacation. Right. Fast forward 7 days later, you're on the other coast, all the way in California. So I mean, like Tupac, you were getting around.
Shout out to Uncle E, man. He did well.
He did. I'm glad he's doing it for you. I mean, Scott's his nephew, and Scott's sitting at the house. I mean,
Scott keeps doing these intros. He'll need a vacation.
Yeah, Scott keeps doing these intros.
Hey, man. Hey, congrats to Charles. You know, being over in California. You know, California is known for their words with W, but it's not Wi-Fi. So
cannabis is what we call it here.
Can I bust?
Cannabis. It's a wonderful thing. I've never
tried it. Cool J reference. I'm sorry. My bad.
God. Okay. Take a look around, Mako.
I see.
This show is
sorry, dude.
This show is way too white for that, and it's about to get whiter here in just a moment. Man, that echo is. If Xanders was at home right now, that echo would be breaking his heart. I mean, he would be.
It is him. It really. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Scott called. Okay. All right.
Scott already detected where the problem was.
Look, Scott's on not giving two shits today. Scott's just going to call it out, man.
All right,
I think we got the perfect guest.
Let's take it easy. So, is there anything else we need to cover before we bring our guest on?
I would think so. I think we can go and get right to this party, man.
Right to this.
I'm sorry for the audio audience. I do apologize.
Woo! Look at that stash.
All right, so let's do it right now. We're going to bring on our featured guest for the week. One of the violent gentlemen, of course, referring to Scott and Xanders' favorite people, the manager of the Dynasty, more specifically, the manager of the Hot Shots, the EPW Tag Team Champions, former manager of Fancy Bryce Dancy, but that's not going on anymore. We'll talk about that some during the interview, I'm sure, as that was a bit of an ugly breakup. But let's welcome right now the one, the only, we hope, Justin Klein. Justin Klein, how are you doing, sir?
Often imitated, never duplicated, baby. I'm doing good. How you gentlemen doing?
Well, we're not doing as good as Xander's chilling out in California, but we're getting by.
Yeah. Clearly, I see that. I feel a little overdressed already from this crew here.
Hey, yeah.
I got my nicest Cactus Jack t-shirt on right now, so,
Xander's looking like a beach bum with a hey dudes. I think those more like sup bros.
See, that's what I was asking. Xander's, man, see, you lied to me, man.
Klein, man, it's all good, man. You dress for the job you want, not the job you got. We, on the other hand, are always busy, so we like to relax. So you just dress up all you want to.
Zan Cassidy out there. And
when did Klein manage Kimbrel?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too, man. I was going to bring that up.
The Dynasty's Dawson. There's only one Dynasty that I know of, and that's our dude Dawson. He managed him.
Who?
No.
Yeah.
Who?
Wait, how many? Wait, is he? So the Dynasty's not Kimbrel.
No, Kimbrel's never made his way to Mississippi, so Justin Klein.
He has multiple people as a Dynasty. Oh, Kimbrel's a Dynasty by himself. Okay.
Hey, Larry Brock, thanks for coming in.
Larry, thanks for joining us, brother. We appreciate you being here, and
I appreciate that random detour there. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, we have a guy named the Dynasty Dawson Kimbrel, who is the New Era champion, or was previous, and that's one of our guys. I know a lot of people don't know that.
So if you don't follow wrestling in Jasper, Alabama, you wouldn't know who that is. So
like I didn't know the Dynasty.
Very many people, Gene.
Not a knock on you. They draw pretty good crowds over there when they're not having to fight the fans.
He's been in the ring with Buff Bagwell. Got a win on him.
As do you.
I do.
All right, so.
I want to know why there's some hostility. You said sarcastically that I'm not the favorite, of you guys, and I want to know why that is.
Okay, let me clear something up before anyone else speaks, because I don't know what else is fixing to get said. I personally don't have an issue with you. However, if you remember back a few months ago, there was some issues with your guys, the Hot Shots, and Scott and Sanders, to the point that I think they might have even cost y'all a match, allegedly. I don't know. That's what was bandied around. I missed that, but I don't have a problem with you. I seem to get along with you pretty good. Mako, I don't know how Mako feels about you, but I do know that Scott and Sanders, they never really got to finish whatever bad blood was there with y'all. I mean, you had our words on Facebook and had our fun, but I never took it too personally. It's, Facebook. It's not real. Who gives a shit? But I'll let Scott speak for himself. I don't mean to answer for him, but I was just wanting to be out there. I don't have an issue with you per se.
How could you? The fact is, the Hot Shots are the quintessential. I mean, we are the flagship tag team of EPW. EPW is our campus. And I believe your boys there just got a little upset because we made a statement during one of their matches. And honestly, when you're a part-timer and you weren't in it to win it like we are, you shouldn't be upset about that.
Part-timer. Clarify what you mean by
that. Like Brock Lesnar. Like Brock Lesnar, part-timer, that kind of thing.
So if we don't just wrestle at EPW every Saturday night, that means we're not working. We're not going other places doing other things. It's EPW or bust. Is that what we're
you're trying to get the gold in a company, you think you would stay there, but I'm just saying. Although I got to say, Mako, I'm pretty happy with you going after Gun Show Brett Michaels, Trace Hunts, a couple of people I don't really care for. I know that you tangled with them and Ripley.
Yes, I did. I got my win on Brett.
He did. I mean, that's something we didn't talk about last Sunday
at any
length, but you did beat the Gun Show, the Memphis Wrestling star. I really didn't want to rub Brian Trammell's nose in it because I was afraid he'd get a little upset, do a podcast about us or something. But you did. You beat the Gun Show in Ripley right there in front of a pretty substantial crowd.
Can't believe you had that
who
goof
did
on
y'all
before
wrestle
me,
in
by
Ripley
the way.
that night, Justin?
Do what?
Who did y'all wrestle in Ripley that night?
We were off that night.
Oh, y'all weren't there.
Part time in that. Part
I
time.
was-
I think if
I
you
was
were
waiting. I was
champion,
just
You think,
thinking
oh, now you're flipping the table, so we can't take one night
Yeah.
off when you
Yeah.
take 9 out
I mean,
of 10
you
nights off.
you
then?
said we need to be there all the time if we want the gold, but if y'all are the champs, y'all should have been there, scouting talent, watching, see what's going on. But they're college kids now. I'm sure they were out, drinking, doing what college kids do.
Just like we're not going to be booked on Labor Day weekend because there are some things more important.
So how's that going for them? How is balancing college life and wrestling? How's that working out for the guys? Are they keeping their grades up? Are they
It's working out great. They're passing everything with flying colors. I mean, if the mom from Full House can get her kids in there with money, come on. I mean, I can get these guys a degree. So I think it really teaches them a lot. It brings them more skill, more marketing availability. I mean, half of wrestling is up here. So you've got to have a solid mind, and these guys have it. I'm just bringing it out. It's going well. They're balancing everything perfectly.
So you guys have turned up in Memphis Wrestling recently for Dustin Starr. How's that working out for you? How you liking things up there in Memphis Wrestling?
I like it. It's a good group of people for the most part.
I mean, Bobby Ford's there, so.
Oh yeah, Bobby Ford. Oh God,
it's not all fun and games, but
Yeah, he's been laid out in a few squash matches. We're doing, 100. We're getting a ton of people behind us. We're still feeling things out a little bit. Not had a whole lot of luck yet in the win-loss column, but we've only had 2 matches, and they've really kind of been, I don't want to say sabotaged, but we were sabotaged. We were expecting to go against this dork, this loser named Kid Wrestling. Looks like, he wears underwear on his head as a lucha mask. Just a real special kind of kid.
I was going to ask you what that's about. I mean, is that some kind of Make-A-Wish situation?
I don't know. We tried to get rid of him because we
Make-A-Wish.
want to obviously be in the best, and we want to be surrounded by the best, and we want to up the prestige of everywhere we go. And then you've got this little, moron running around embarrassing the place, and we called him out. We tried to provoke him in a fight, and all of a sudden they do a little switcheroo on us, and all of a sudden here comes Big Ben Bishop. So that was like one incident, and every week has been something where we have not been told our opponents, and they've just been sabotaging us. But I'm working on that. Yeah,
because if you don't get that worked out, then obviously you'll have to just go start your own promotion and go to war, right? That's what you do.
That seems to be the going trend.
Yeah, and how many more promotions can we handle up there? So let's hope that you get your guys on track, and we don't have to go.
Unbelievable. The same 15 people will be bouncing around all over the city to all these.
So leads me to my next question. When we were there last, the Dynasty were thick as thieves. No pun intended. With K-Swiss, with Fancy Bryce Dancy, and the Hot Shots. And I was watching television here a while back, and somehow things have gone sideways, and Fancy Bryce Dancy has fell out of favor. He's no longer a member of the Dynasty. He's having, he was in the ring with K-Swiss on the particular show that I saw. How did that go down? Where did things go awry with Fancy Bryce Dancy and the Dynasty?
Well, Bryce Dancy, where did things go wrong with Bryce Dancy? Well, he was born, I believe, in No, we can't go that far back. Bryce Dancy is somebody, this saying that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's Bryce Dancy. I've done everything for this guy. I pumped money into him, worked on his look, got him the best trainers, and yet still, week after week, what does he do? He loses, okay? And he looks like a goober doing so, right? Look at the faces he makes, right? Wouldn't get a haircut. And finally, we kept pushing him. We thought, tough love, if we kind of like made him do some of the grunt work, some of the shit work, we thought that maybe he would get better, but he never did. So it was time to cut the.
So he didn't fit y'all's cut, like he just didn't fit y'all's
the
gym.
cut. I mean, you keep calling yourself the Dynasty, bro. You have to represent. You have to, up your game a little bit. And he just wasn't there and couldn't get there. And there's only so many embarrassments that I'm willing to take. I mean, I didn't get in this to be made a punk, So
I've only been there a few times.
He'll say that he quit, but word was going around that he was being pushed out the door. So
how long was he a member of this faction?
About 9 months.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 or 9 months.
So y'all aren't fans anymore. Y'all ain't friends.
Took him to term and then aborted his ass, right? I mean,
pretty much, yeah.
You want to make a
got that in before the big. Yeah, it's timely. That was very timely, Gene. Really edgy.
I do.
We got that in before the Roe versus Wade decision. So
yeah, well, good job on that, because that would you'd be stuck with him now, and that's would be unfortunate, obviously. So this morning I watched the latest episode of EPW featuring the Gold Rush Gauntlet, and the first man through the curtain was your man, K-Swiss. You weren't there. I was going to get to that in a moment, but that didn't exactly pan out for him. He got eliminated. Just was going to ask, where were you? And do you think we'll ever see the EPW championship around the waist of K-Swiss again?
I do think we're going to see the championship around the waist of K-Swiss again, because he is definitely the most underrated singles wrestler on the roster. Where was I? Look, let's just cut the bull. All right. K-Swiss marches to the beat of his own drum. He just does. I represented him. In fact, we can go back to the history here. How I got into it was he hired me as a lawyer because he was screwed out of a match at the Crossroads Clash there at Corinth at the arena, which is on tape. You can see a bad call from the referee, and this is objective. This is a shoot. Not that anything I say is not totally 100% the truth, but he was screwed out of it, and I brought it up, and I made a stink about it. I acted as his PR manager and all this, and that was supposed to be my gig, was just to get that wrong righted, right? I was kind of like selfless of me, sort of like the Innocence Project or all these people who, get bad decisions overturned. That's what I was doing. And then it sort of turned out like a partnership, and we worked together for a year. But me and K-Swiss were never like just, like me and the Hot Shots are. We aren't just super boys. We don't call each other to hang out on the weekends and stuff. So I still am there for K-Swiss. I'm still guiding him. I'm still, helping his career out. But, like I said, he marches to the beat of his own drum. And that's why it appears that I'm more in favor with the Hot Shots, because they're my boys,
So, we like to go to the comments every so often. Says here, Mike Thrasher says, K-Swiss would be a much better talent without Justin Swine involved. Well, that's kind of stiff.
It's kind of rude is what it is, especially from somebody, a referee called Just Mark. I mean, that says it all right there.
Yeah, for those that don't know, that's one of EPW's referees there chiming in.
Oh my God. I mean, I can't tell if he's a referee or a fanboy, because you should see him when anytime they bring in an outside name. He's the first in line to get an autograph and a photograph. I mean, it's cringy.
We do want to address right now, too. Apparently, Vacay Zanders has completely cut out. He says, darn, definitely upset I'm missing this interview. I'll be back Sunday. Thanks, Scotty, for covering for me. So there you go.
Really terrible.
And then,
I hate that.
Gary Waters says, well, this place went to shit. Well,
there it is.
My.
He's never said that before. That's weird.
Yeah, I know, right?
I wonder why he'd be saying that today.
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know.
We have a lot of jealous people in EPW. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you obviously see that right there.
What does STC stand for? Do you know?
Good question. Why don't you take that to the comments? I'd love to know.
If anybody in the comments can answer the question.
They can just throw 3 letters together, and that's their name. What is
So
FTR
if anybody in the comments can answer what STC stands for correctly,
clearly I'm overdressed. So.
You won't win anything. You may win Klein's jacket here. He may
Get
send it to
comfortable.
you.
You're gonna be here for a while. Looks like these comments are about to heat up.
Yeah, it's about to get heated.
You might want to take that jacket off and
Yeah.
get comfortable because they're about to. But see, hey, like I said, hey, we're part timers, but wait, we get along. That's the thing. We come in, we do our job, and we leave. It seems you got more enemies than we do, and we come in and do straight. We get to the thing in the ring. We don't do all that back. Don't need all that. Like me and Brett. Hey, I like Brett. I'm not a fan of him all the way in that ring, but I was glad to be able to put him down. I promise you that. I'm not too big on this. Like Hollywood. Me, we were. I didn't like all of what they were talking about in that ring so much. He kind of went sideways on me there for a little bit. Gary knows what I'm talking about. We had to talk about that. I don't do the whole
we'll get into it. I mean, it's your show. Come on.
And the prison breaks and the boyfriend talk. That was kind of weird to me, but I knew I was in Mississippi, so I let it slide for a second. But that was. I'm just glad I got my win.
You're a singles wrestler. You didn't invade in our territory. You never had a problem with Swiss. So I never really had a problem with you. But the more you talk, the more I'm starting to kind of have a problem with you. So.
Oh, you will. I had to tell you this, but we brought you on for a reason. Because I mean, as soon as you said part time, I don't know if you know this, but lately it's like we've been talking about trying to make that spot ours for a minute. We just haven't figured out the right pay, the right whatever. Because I'm sorry, you're not just gonna bring us in for nothing. There's got to be something in it. And the last time I was there, I was already in the title picture. I was already going against whatever the little dude's name was, and it was fun. And I was screwed out of that myself. But I didn't take me long to get that title shot. What did it take me? One match, and I was already in the title shot.
Yeah.
So I know where I'm at, but my thing is I got a lot going on. I've been in the ring with Carlito, Buff Bagwell, and I mean I know I was there. I know I've seen you. I don't know you guys, so I didn't know about the Dynasty. I don't know too much about you. I just know that they called me to come there. I didn't start there. They called me and the gentleman to come to there, and we did them a favor. I don't know how much that's a part-time thing, but that's how we operate. It's like, and then we talked about coming back more, but hey, pay wasn't right. Competition sure as hell wasn't right. So that was a big thing.
That phone must be on silent or something now because you're not getting a lot of calls now to come back. So
I just got off the phone. I'll
tell you what,
right now.
actually,
I won't need you this Saturday.
Actually,
he said, "Hey, dude, go ahead and take this Saturday off."
Since you brought it up, now I can't speak for the gentleman as far as Scott Morgan and Charles Anders. I don't know what they're going to do, but I can tell you this: me and Shane Mako are coming back to EPW real soon. And we're going to stick around this time. We're going to be around. We're going to be a thorn in some people's sides. I don't know if that'll be yours or K-Swiss's or whomever. But, I did enjoy jousting with you on Facebook. And I would probably enjoy jousting with you live and in front of an audience. And Shane Mako, I'm sure, would definitely love to show up and take down some guy that has GOAT written up down his sleeves, because let's be honest, that's the most overused horseshit nickname. How many freaking goats are we going to have in wrestling?
Oh, is that a nickname?
For fuck's sakes. I mean, yeah, that's his nickname. He's got up and down the sleeves of his MVP jacket there or whatever.
Once again, I am not his marketing manager. All right.
I would hope not.
That
would not look good on your resume.
He is my client.
Okay.
So if you were,
I said let's
have a little fun here. If you were head of marketing for K-Swiss, what would you suggest he put down his sleeve?
The violent gentlemen suck. Start with that.
Hey,
I don't know. I mean,
his arms aren't that big. That wouldn't fit.
That's very long. It's very wordy.
Have you seen his arms? They're pretty big. Certainly more big than your guys here.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, cool, man. Keep it talking. My thing about it is, I've heard this already said by you a couple times, is K-Swiss beats his own drum. I think that'd be a great way of going about it, about how he beats his own drum over and over again.
No, hold on, Scott.
That's what you've been saying, right?
Scott, we'll just put a needle at for what? Hey, can we see those comments again? How many matches have I had? How many matches have I had at EPW?
Go back, Mako. Hot Shot will carry your bags. Finally, the job benefiting them.
Wow.
Who
Mako
is that?
Definitely a good talent. I'll give him that. A lot better than the Hot Shots.
Hey, that's your rep. That's one of y'all's refs right there.
Jay Griffin suggesting he should have Jobber. He should have Jobber down the sleeve of his uniform there.
Okay, that's interesting.
That was easy. That's easy.
But that wouldn't be Justin Klein's marketing experience for him, though. That's what
I
want to know.
what
What Justin
titles
Klein
have you held there, Shane Mako and
Oh.
EPW?
What title? I don't need a title. That's my whole point. What do I need a title for? I'm already known. What do I need a title for? I know you guys need a title to make sure that your career is something, but I don't know if you know this or not, but look at these people. I show up one time, and I have everybody in the back and all your fans already knowing who I am, and I didn't even know who you – I still haven't heard of you guys.
Hey, Justin, can you answer? I got a question. The last time that the Violent Gentleman, specifically Charles Anders and myself, was in Boonville, Mississippi, was it or was it not the night that the Hot Shots lost the tag titles in a 2-on-1 match with the advantage? Yeah,
I don't remember it. I
yeah.
no idea.
I do believe that was how it happened. Just so
Because
just
to
reference.
me,
About
night
titles.
appearing on a card with you guys is not remarkable. Whereas for you, I'm sure it's very memorable. So I know that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not.
sticks
it's
out.
not.
Oh, yeah. It's,
Well, you
it's
obviously
amazing.
remembered it. You obviously remembered it.
I remember you losing.
What was your point, though? I mean, do you have a point even?
Oh, you were talking about well, what titles?
like
What
what
titles
you
do
said,
you
yeah.
have, Mako? What titles do your guys have when the gentlemen are on the card? None.
Oh, it took 'em a
So
while.
I'm just saying, Hot Shots has never beat the gentleman. Like, so technically, that's a chapter that's never been written.
I mean, have we ever faced the gentleman?
No,
That
because you
sounds
never
like-
had the
sounds like-
opportunity
Okay.
to. Because the
Already
gentlemen
put
have
that
never
Good job, man. I mean,
extended
that's how
the
statistics
opportunity.
work. I mean, this is
Yeah.
fake news. I mean, is this? I thought you guys were like the Dave Meltzers here of Southern
would-
Wrestling.
Oh,
You're more
no,
like the
no, no.
Brian Seltzers, okay? Because it's
No.
fake news.
Fake
We're not
news.
here to give news. We're not
No.
here. I mean,
You're
we're
doing a little spin.
we're
See, he's doing a
pro
little
wrestling.
spin.
We're
He's doing
pro
a little
wrestling
spin.
influencers.
When is
That's
the
all we
last
are.
time that the hush? The guest is talking. Have some
Oh.
decorum.
I don't know if
He
you do that
said,
either.
when
We
is the
don't- we don't
last
have
time that the
rules.
Hot Shots beat the Violent Gentleman? Not wanting to put out there that we've never faced them. So there you go.
You know why though? Do you know why?
Because they won't leave EPW.
No. You know why?
Oh,
The Hot Shot. No.
We're on Memphis Wrestling. We're going
Yeah.
all over.
You just
baby.
made it there. You're at the
Everywhere
bottom of
we
the bottom.
go. See, the problem is we only go where there's a TV camera because we're stars, baby. True story. I have never been to an event where it wasn't either on YouTube or officially or on TV.
All right.
I
And
don't
also-
do
I'm
any,
gonna say something.
bingo, VFW halls.
Hey, wait,
All right. I'm gonna say something. This is information
Oh yeah,
for
because
everybody.
we're in them every weekend. We're in.
Every-
That's all we do.
Information for everybody, and this is even for the young wrestlers out there. So this is nothing against you, Justin Klein. Nothing against your guys. It's just general information. When it comes to booking, for at least me, Scott Morgan, and or the gentleman, I have 5 categories that I look at for bookings, and I just want to share this. Hopefully, somebody will use it one day. 1 is travel time. If I'm traveling 6 hours for nothing, I'm not going. 2 is money. Of course, money talks. 3, ring time. If I'm getting 3 minutes in a ring in front of a crowd, what's the point? Right? You can all agree with me on this, right? So far. 4 is
I
footage.
especially agree with the part
Footage.
about money because I see your apartment there and it
Yeah.
leaves a lot.
It's actually a $200,000 house. But thanks, appreciate it.
Really, we need some
Uh,
decoration. So
Been in there.
I don't decorate them every home. I don't have to have a woman's touch like you do. Number 4 is footage and exposure. If there's nobody going to be there, I'm not. What's the point of me taking bumps and dumb shit for no reason? And number 5 is opponents. And there's not only one of those categories says EPW actually offered us one, and it definitely wasn't opponents. So that's why your boys have not had the opportunity to face the Violent Gentleman. That's the reason.
I see why he's the quiet one now. You should put a cork back in him.
Oh, when
I'm
he
the quiet
speaks, so
one. I'm
people
the quiet
listen.
one because people don't like to piss me off. That's why I'm the quiet one.
I was about to say, yeah. But get in the ring with him. You'll see why he's the quiet one.
Yeah, I vape too. Let the commenter say something about that.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm sure we all assumed you vaped. I
I
mean,
mean,
come on.
You got to suck before you blow, so that makes sense.
Oh, he blew the vape. he
Really
blew the-
professional here, guys. Really professional.
I don't have to be
Hey.
professional. It's our show. We can do what we want. You're
Very
the guest.
professional podcast.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I mean,
right.
what's
This
the
is why
problem?
this is going to break records, and by breaking a record, I mean you might get to the triple digits or double digits on YouTube.
How do you come on a show? How do you take a booking and you don't know the show you're coming on? Nothing about anything. We don't do anything traditional around here. We come out here, we say what's the truth. We just speak. We have a good time. We either go at it. Yeah, the truth. Everything we're saying is the truth. The comments even back up what we're saying. You have your own version of the truth. That's fine. I'm not going to take that away from you. You guys worked hard for those tag team titles, and they're your guys. I've never been in the ring with them. I don't know them, but obviously you didn't know any of us before that because you didn't know that Pro South and we're on every Friday night, just like Mississippi, whatever TV, whatever thing is. I've been on Evolve. I mean, dude, do your homework about Mako, then you can speak on me. But you guys are EPW. I'm happy you guys have your home. But when it comes to what I do and where I've been, I mean, I've been all over. And I haven't even been doing this that long. And I know I've already have a list of people in the ring that you guys have never seen before.
Yeah, when can I go see? When's the next Pro South show? I want to come see you guys.
Just because just because they lost a building, just like a lot, shit happens.
Okay.
Shit happens.
Okay.
You wouldn't
That's
come
life.
here anyways.
But hey, I've been there, done that. That was a great time for me. But then you got all over the place. Like I've been WWN. But you got to look at what I've done. I hear what you've done. But like I said, I was at EPW, and I was already for the whatever title. I wish I knew what the hell the little guy had. But hey, I beat the shit out of him, and that's what I did. I know they took the title from me, but hey, whatever you want to bring on, I'll take that too. But like I said, belts don't make me. I just want to get in the ring, and I want to show people what I can do. That's all I care about.
Oh, that's very.
That's it. Very, very,
virtuous.
very badass of me. Yeah, I know.
Very
you can have the gold.
Very
The gold's all you, man. The gold's all you. But I would like to know. I'd like to know what's next for you guys, since you moved on up to Memphis Wrestling. I heard you were having a hard time there. You're at the bottom. I know you tried to make it up with the whole, hey, we're not working on wins and losses there. Apparently, you're only losing there. But whenever that starts to work out for you, maybe we can have our chance to do some APW when we start.
We're going wherever we want. My phone rings off the hook. We're going to like 5 different cities. We're going to 5 different cities or towns, as I would actually call them, maybe 2 cities, in the next 30 days. So.
And see, I want y'all to get.
I detect
want y'all to get there.
Jealousy.
Oh, there's no jealousy on my end.
Oh, I think there is.
Jealousy.
Is your travel time like 30 minutes for every one of those shows?
Negative.
Just ask me.
Oh, look at this.
Okay, so you felt things got unprofessional. So what would you like? You want us to lob you some more softball questions that play into the storylines, or what do you want?
You can ask me anything, and I'll answer what I want.
I mean,
what was unprofessional about the things that Scott said or Mako said? What got you so upset there that you had to vape?
The comments about vaping. It was actually after. Nobody's surprised that you vape. You suck. I mean, this is 2022, really.
I like that. I like this.
Okay, I'm not even go with what that implies. Of we weren't trying to disparage your personal preferences or whatever that implies. That it's 2022. Don't make fun of my.
Don't you have to go
whatever that means
box soon?
Yeah.
Gene?
What is it?
Go box.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
I didn't hear it.
The litter box, go change your litter box or something while we're talking about masculinity. And I mean, are these Hulk Hogan Mark pictures behind you? Like, come on, people.
Hey, that's a wrestling. What are you talking about? See, you never watched our show. Can't believe you took a booking and you don't even know who we are. Like, why would you? Now I see why K-Swiss. Now I know why K-Swiss is having.
I'm one of the 5 people that have watched this thing before. I know who you are.
Obviously,
you know what? I'm inclined. I'm inclined to agree
agree
with Justin Klein on that. Gene Jackson, what are you thinking? Having a room about wrestling, talking about wrestling all the damn time. Who the hell do you think you are?
The king of
wrestling. Oh, I know. I shouldn't look like such a mark and have wrestling pictures on my wall, but I should get engaged with arguments on people about fucking MJF and AEW angles and stupid shit like that. We're all wrestling fans. Hey, we wouldn't be doing this dumb shit every weekend for the little bit of money that everybody does it. So let's not go down that road, big guy.
Expand on that?
It's the fact that it's a pile driver Hulk Hogan album. Like, come on.
Hold on, I want to get back on this fucking MJF thing. Hold on.
Right,
when did this happen? Did I miss this?
Every goddamn week. What are you talking about? He fucking every time anybody disparages MJF, he engages in fucking arguments. He hates CM Punk because PG Punk beat up MJF and all that stupid shit. I mean, that's
true, but
this argument is not going to serve you well.
Hold on. Hey, Justin, where is MJF? I really don't know. That's the actual question I would like to information. Do you know where he's at currently?
No, I do not. How would I know? I don't have him on my speed dial.
Well, I mean, he's not wrestling. He's not wrestling. I figured maybe he had
No.
Okay. So it's
inside
not
track. Maybe I'll hang out or something.
No. But I will say
like
this.
that,
So you're talking about that. Well, okay. So that's somebody who is bringing wrestling back. That got my interest back in wrestling. I'm not saying that you're bad to be a fan. I'm saying some of the choices of who's on your wall are pretty lame.
What, Hulk Hogan?
As well as having a cat. But
Hey, Smokey's the shit.
I don't like cats.
I mean, no, you don't like cat. You don't like cats. You don't like old timers.
Well, I mean,
you like young boys, though. I get that. I understand.
It's 2022. You don't have to
2022,
like
man.
cats.
You ain't got to like old people either. You can like young boys in 2022.
You can. You can like whoever you want.
You got a
You
very
right about
twisted
that.
Whatever you're
mind
into,
there.
whatever you're into, man.
Yeah,
Whatever you're into, dude.
It may be
We're
not.
not here to judge you. You're the one judging
Whooping
people.
your boys' asses here if they ever want to meet us anywhere.
Oh, yeah,
Any
that's
of
what I'm
these
saying.
little shithole towns in
I promise
Alabama
you-
or Mississippi.
I promise you, Gary right now is
Yeah, that's
watching
the only
this.
place we'd
Gary's
find your
already
guys.
working stuff. He's already getting something. I'm going to get a message real soon. As long as it's right, we'll be there. I promise.
Well,
you that.
me and Mako is coming to EPW. That's a fact. I mean, you say nobody's been burning our phone up. We've been getting our phone burned up for months.
I'm sure you're going to be on
And
his
we've been
nuts
saying- and
trying
we've
to
been
get
saying no.
favor, trying to get favor, and try to get things in
Trying
yours.
is the wrong thing. I already have favor. That's the problem. I ask myself when somebody asks me to come in and do something, I'm like, well, I don't want to take away from guys that are doing what they're doing and trying so hard to be. I don't want to do that to you. That's why I let you guys do you. I like to do me. And as long as it makes the bigger picture for me, my money, doing things that matter, that's what I do. See, you guys, hey, look, I'm all for the workers, man. I'm all for it. Yeah, you can ask anybody. Watch the show. I'm all for it. I love wrestling, man. Let's keep it going. I'm all for it. Anybody. I don't want to come in there and take your light. You guys deserve that. But Gary, man, he hits me up all the time, asking me. And I'm like, hold on.
The
we
fact
wanna
that he
go
hits you up,
when we
if
want
that's
to.
true, we'll just assume that's true for a second because I'm not sure it is. But if that's true, that tells you how much jealousy is in the locker room. How much people want to take us down. They don't like that the spotlight is on us.
The ratings are down. That's the
bring
only thing
in
that's
other
down.
people to try to take us down. Whereas
we're trying to bring the ratings up.
I'm not done. Other promotions will protect their home team. So the fact that we've got backstabbers apparently trying to bring people in just tells you how pathetic and jealous people are. Trying to stack the deck against us.
It's a business,
Hey guys.
man.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, guys? What's been going on?
Going fantastic.
Oh,
Where
it's
you
going
been at,
great.
Pete?
Well, yeah, Justin's gotten all bent out of shape. He's knocking producer Smokey. He's knocking the wrestling stuff I have in my room. He's all sideways now.
I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry that's not working out.
And then one of his little buddies is on here saying he's getting ambushed, and it's
Well,
not.
I am.
What
Look
the
how
hell
many
is
of
he
you
getting
guys are on the
ambushed?
same line. I mean, I'm trying to hold my own. I think I'm doing a damn good job, frankly.
I just
He
said
knew what he was
hello.
getting into. He knew what he was getting into.
I just said hello, Justin. I'm sorry. Jiminy Cricket. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to go
not
back
yelling
and
at you,
swim.
am I?
It sounds like you were yelling at me. And I heard you call me a part-timer. Not a big fan of that one. My part-time ass can outwork any of your – I promise my part-time ass can outwork any of your guys. So just to put that one out there. Okay. I'm going back to the pool.
Okay. Don't drown.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, Sanders. Comes in and just gets his little shit in. I'm out.
You have questions for me? Like, this is supposed to be an interview, I thought, not just an ambush.
Well, we were letting you go.
It's
and
not an ambush. It's a discussion. We've been talking this entire time. I mean, I don't understand why you're so been out of shape. I mean, we've asked things and you've answered them. You've gotten heated in the process for whatever freaking reason, but it's still been questions and answers. I mean, what are you talking about? Ambushed?
I mean, some pretty lame questions, but.
Hey, okay, I got a question. What is the Hot Shots' names?
Ethan Ross and Brandon Savage.
All right, Ethan.
And why are you writing that down? Like,
because I'm never going to remember it. Because all I ever remember is Hot Shots. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna give him like a basket or something. It's fine.
What is your name? Which one are you?
Oh, you can't read. You can't
Scotty?
read. Okay. There you go. So you can read. So you are from Mississippi, but you can read. Okay, I got it.
I'm not from Mississippi, actually. I'm from nowhere around here.
Oh, really?
Thank God. And that's why.
I'm from nowhere around here.
Yes.
Where you're at.
I'm from nowhere around here, where you are. This whole.
We're nowhere around where you are.
I mean, it's all the same thing, really.
So I'm not from Mississippi. I'm from nowhere around here, as if you're implying
Alabama,
you're in Mississippi right now as you're speaking.
Fucking difference.
Okay.
Calm down, man. Why are you so agitated?
I thought you were. I'm sorry. I will extend an apology. I did not know you were not from Mississippi.
No, I'm not from Tennessee. I'm not from Mississippi. I'm not from Alabama. I live in Tennessee right now.
Hey, I'm a fan of Tennessee. I'm not gonna lie about it. My aunt stays there.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do it. It was Ethan Ross.
I used to wrestle at 287 there. What's it?
Why don't you ask the damn cat?
What was
your
the
producer?
What was the other name?
Didn't he book us?
Hey, Justin. What was the other name?
I heard you.
What was another name?
Have you already forgotten?
It's Ethan Ross. I only got one name written down before he started talking again.
He's
Ethan
mad.
Ross.
You want to ask him questions. Now you're answering him a question and he won't answer.
I know it. So
he forgot the kid's name.
Ethan Ross. What's his name?
Ethan Ross. First of all, they're not kids. They're men. Ethan Ross, Brandon Savage.
They're college kids, unless you're telling me that middle-aged men are in college as frat boys, and that'd be kind of pathetic, wouldn't it?
Okay, you're a man at 18 years old, dude.
Got it written down. All right.
You said that pretty quickly, as if you've had to testify that before. Is there a reason that you came to that conclusion so quickly?
That's common sense, but it's a good try to joke.
You're too easy, man. Calm down. What is it? Well, I don't understand why you're getting so down shape. Okay, you want a question? Here's a question.
All right.
What's your issue with Brian Trammell? Why you got heat with Brian Trammell?
Oh, that's a good question.
I could go on this all day. I just don't like how the dude looks. All right, I don't like.
It's 2022. You can't do that.
That was if you didn't catch it,
man. I don't care.
That was more sarcasm, but yeah, okay. It was because people use that. Yes, people who look like that will say it's current year as an excuse. So I was kind of mocking that, but I know you're too dim to really catch it. Brian Trammell, whatever. Who is this dude, and what has he ever done? Why does his opinion matter? I listened to him. He's got voice like nails on a chalkboard. I mean, why he has a show and why you were kissing his ass, I don't understand.
Who was kissing his ass?
Y'all were on the show. We love this guy, Brian. Who is he? What's he ever done?
I think Gene, didn't you have a?
He doesn't have very good taste. I'll tell you that.
You guys have a history together, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I used to write for his website back in the day. We've done podcasts together.
He's done nerd shit. Oh, shocker! You've done nerd shit with him.
I don't think you can say nerd shit either. You can vape, but your nerds can't be.
We don't do cool shits like you and the hot shots, you know. When
Correct.
Hanging out in the.
Very.
Where is it?
You take your cats out for a walk and clean your litter boxes, play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know.
Dungeons and Dragons. Fuck you. I've never played that in my life. I don't even know how you play that. There's some cool guys right there. That's cool guy shit right there.
For sure.
Look at them. They get more ass than the toilet seat, I'm quite sure.
All right, Justin, I got a question. And it's legit.
I want to go back to Brian Trammell because I'm not done. So I just don't like podcasts. I really don't like this.
Okay.
But I did this as a favor for Gene, who I thought was going to be more cordial than this. But I don't like this kind of crap. I don't like, within wrestling, people are so OCD and sort of autistic. I don't really like that. They're really stuck on every segment of the business and the backstage stuff. And, like, who cares? I don't like these nerds that obsess about shit. And I don't like when they got bad opinions and wrong thoughts about the wrestling and what's wrong with it, you know. I just don't agree with his opinions. And he just looks annoying. I mean, who wears that fucking fedora? Weirdos. Okay, you talk about people who with a trench coat who need to be on like a watch list and away from playgrounds. There you go. I've never met a normal person in a fedora. Have you? I asked the audience.
Hey, I'll be honest. I mean, I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's got that.
I'm not arguing.
Weirdos. Total weirdos.
That's about the only thing he said. I was like, he's right.
No argument here. I mean.
But I find it weird.
Scott, ask your question so we got to go to commercial.
Lord of the Rings, that kind of.
All right, Justin. I just for your guys, because I'm curious, and we've talked about this. We played a game in this before. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to think about it because we're gonna go to commercial. Who are 3 tag teams that you would love to see your guys compete against? All right, let's go to commercial.
Give us a thought, and we'll come back and get your answer on the other side of the commercial. Are you looking to have a good time? Well, head on down to Happy Hour Comedy Club and Restaurant in Anniston, Alabama. Shoot you some pool, play you some darts, or head on over to the bar, get you a cold beer or one of them fancy cocktail drinks. They got all that. You hungry? Get you one of the best pizzas in Anniston or anything else off the menu. They got burgers, tacos, chicken wings, anything you want. Every Thursday night, they got open mic comedy and karaoke, and live comedy every Friday and Saturday night with some of the top comedians from across the United States. Go to happyhourcomedyclub.com for more information and tell them Whitey Jenkins sent you.
Hey guys, this is Wolfie D from PG-13. Check out my podcast, Live and in Color with Wolfie D, every Monday at noon. We're talking Memphis, we're talking ECW, WCW, WWF, everywhere that I've been. We even have some great guests, some Hall of Famers on the show with us every Monday at noon, Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
You like barbecue? Well, of course you do, unless you're some kind of weirdo or wasn't raised right. So if you want to get some of the best barbecue around, check out P3 Barbecue. Our buddy David Estes does it up right. He'll be glad to cater your next event or just send you some of his award-winning sauce right there to your own doorstep. Go over and check them out on the Facebooks at facebook.com/P3 Barbecue or give old David a call at 901-679-3452 and tell him Whitey Jenkins sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, the podcast that's based on the old school, but can still help you find the good stuff from today. Dangerous Dan Colley, the Professor Jimmy Street, and the Plastic Sheik Jared are the undisputed six-man tag team champions of the wrestling podcast world. From thought-provoking topics to superstar interviews to action figure expertise. This trio does it all, and all they ask is, give me back my pro wrestling! Every other Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Get ready to get inspired. It's Xander's Inspirational Podcast, the brand new podcast with Upbeat Xanders, as he has one-on-one podcast sessions that both inspire and inform. Check it out as Xanders has a one-on-one interview with some of your favorite people in and out of the professional wrestling business. Give it a listen on CheapHeatTVLive.com. It's the Old School Dives Pro Wrestling Podcast with Shane Knowles and Gene Jackson. Every episode, they will take a deep dive into old school professional wrestling. Pro wrestlers, events, all sorts of great topics will be covered. Every 2 weeks, right here on Old School Dives. You can find it at CheapHeatTVLive.com and at YouTube.com/CheapHeatTV. It's Old School Dives with Shane Knowles and Gene Jackson. All right, we're back, and Justin Klein has had a few moments to mull over the question that Scotty Morgan asked him.
First of all, I'm taking an aspirin because I was not prepared for this.
A lot of thinking. Got it.
We had a big night last night. A great night, I might add.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm not feeling so hot. We were out a little bit late. Yeah.
Oh.
Throwing a few back.
Frat parties, man. They're rough.
TV, I'm just going to ignore that. TV night, so I can't talk about it, but it was a good night for the hot shots. I'll say that.
Okay, you can't call people nerds and do that. Okay, that just doesn't jive. You can't. Okay, just for future reference.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, he was mad. He was saying the opinions of people, and he's like, but it's like you have a lot of opinions too. So it's like, what what is that? Like, I don't like
well,
people are allowed.
But they disagree with his opinions.
Yeah,
other people shouldn't have opinions that are different from his, and fuck them for having them and putting them out into the public.
If they're wrong, I don't like this moral relativity. I'm sorry to use big words for you. I don't like that because not all opinions are right. Not all, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, but not everybody smells the same. Come on.
Exactly.
Some people take a bath.
Stop smelling assholes. Let's just sit back and then relax, man. You see how it's sprung.
But it's just people discussing that's just people discussing their opinions.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's saying their opinion.
Too many. See, we're getting away from Scott's question. We'll get back to it. But that is the problem, and that's why I was kind of like a little trepidatious to take on wrestlers as a client and get into this whole world, this circus world, because it's got a bad, I don't want to say reputation, but it's got a bad reputation. And my circle and my family and friends, I want to uplift this industry and make it a little classier, make it a little bit more respectable, a little bit less outlaw mud show, and I'm trying to do that. And so when I see this pushback and fans popping, as they say, over cringy crap, then it just makes me mad. So,
well, I hate to tell you, but wrestling is never going to be classy by design. That's just a fact. I mean, and I applaud.
But MMA, look at MMA
your
and some of this boxing. I mean, you could do it, but there's just too many people like y'all.
Well, okay. See, every time we start to almost get on the same page, you say something shitty and then make me want to just fuck with you.
Here's the difference between everything.
Right back around to where we started.
Here's the difference between everything he just said, and I don't disagree with him. You know, the difference between UFC and boxing and wrestling is there's way more people in wrestling that needs to be in wrestling. And for boxing and UFC, you have to go through rigorous training and all that kind of stuff to even be looked at. In wrestling, there's a huge gap of guys who shouldn't be in the ring that are in it.
It's not like it used to be.
I do agree with you.
There's more people in it that shouldn't be in it than should.
It's not the same like it used to be where you had to go through 5 years to train before you got in the ring.
And we've discussed this on the show whenever we talk about our top list, and just like you're fixing to say here in a minute, everything in wrestling is opinion based. Wrestling is subjective. There's no one who can come on here and say definitively X is the best wrestling and Y is terrible and this is why, because it's all rooted in opinion. There is no definitive best match ever in professional wrestling because it's all in how people view it. So that's always going to be a thing. And that's one of the reasons there's so many freaking wrestling podcasts and all this other shit, because there's a million different opinions to be had, and you really can't definitively prove any of them wrong.
And you're advertising another one of these podcasts during your commercial break, which is just a brilliant business strategy. But
it's 2022.
Just what the world needs. I mean, more podcasts.
He must be talking about Whitey.
More losers.
He's
talking
to
half a dozen people
we got like 3
for an
podcasts
hour on their opinions. But anyway.
All right, so back to the question.
And here you are.
Here I am.
So share your opinion of what tag teams
for your benefit.
Oh, thank you so much. This is
you're welcome.
Wonders.
Top 3 tag teams you want your guys to face. Go.
All right. Well, clearly, we're not going to business-minded. We're going to go after the top dogs of places that we're wanting to come up. So I'm going to say first is the new OWO, who we've never been there. Those tag team champions, guys that I've already met, not really big fan of. Steven Styles and the Matthews kid. Don't like them. They've currently got tag team titles. What's this about? What was this? A signal?
That's the Matthews kid. He's the next level. You got to.
Oh yeah, the next level or something.
Dave Matthews, like Dave Matthews Band.
No, I love Dave Matthews.
Josh Matthews, like the announcer from WWE.
So I would go with them because we're probably going to be, spoiler alert, working there a date or two. So I would like to wrestle them, and I think it would be awesome to take the tag team championships away from them.
Okay.
I would also say on Memphis Wrestling.
Hey, one thing you should consider, they're not on TV and they're not officially on YouTube.
That is true. This would be the first event that, and that's a shoot that is not on TV. So I would make sure to bring some supporters to make sure they got it on camera.
Smart move. See, we've already done that. We used to do that too. That was good thinking there. That's what you should do. Okay. And then you should post it on your social media, but I know you don't like social media, so damn.
Who said I don't like social media? I'm a social media guru.
That's what podcasts are. Podcasts are social media.
He posts all over social media. I've seen his belly all over the place. Anyway, number 2.
My what?
What do we do?
Number 2.
Excuse me?
Number 2.
Number 2, I would say the Posse at Memphis Wrestling.
Wait, say that again. Did you say Posse?
Smokey. I know he's insulting you, buddy.
Smoking.
Memphis Wrestling, the Posse.
Posse.
Who are they?
Posse. Yeah. Okay. I thought you said the other word. I was like, we can't say that here.
Oh no, I take on that every night. Ask your mom. So number
okay,
one.
so the guy who wants to class up wrestling is making your mom jokes. That's right on
necrophilia. Got it. Cool.
Right on track.
Oh my God, he threw that in
fucking A. All right, number 3.
Number 1 is because I don't like them. They have titles. I don't like them. I think they're a joke of a tag team, who I call the Lollipop Guild from EPW. Logan Stunt and DJ Fury. That will be an easy Yeah, I know, right?
Who's Fury? Which one's Fury again?
DJ
Logan
Fury.
That's the little guy you were talking about.
That's the dude that already. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Really?
Is that the mixtape guy?
Top guy.
I like this guy already. He's making fun of him. I agree.
Top guy. I've already been what you just said, but the list you're making, I've already.
Normally, we would share the same opinion of most people, but for some reason, you just got all.
I'm just shocked you haven't already had your shot with him. Since you guys are like, Logan is like, that was the first person that threw me in the ring with.
Oh,
for like a title. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one where it screwed up and it never made it to TV.
Oh, it made it to TV.
Bad break for you.
It made it.
Unfortunately, it made it to TV.
Yeah, exactly.
It was kind of like, I thought it was broken up a little bit.
Oh, it was broken up. Trust me, I know why it was broken up too. All that, what was like the falling and the taking of my title. I understood that.
All the botches.
Better break all that. Oh,
was it your botches?
Yeah, because I botch.
So just to recap, we got the OWO guys, right? Remember that was one of them. The Posse and the whatever the guys, Stunt and Fury, right? Whatever they go by, the Lollipop
Correct,
Guild,
because
whatever you call them.
That is strategically what could do us the best.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into personal shit. I'm not going to name you guys just because
I wouldn't do that. That'd be dumb for y'all. Anyways,
I mean, the last time they wanted them to wrestle y'all, they left for a few months, so I wouldn't.
It just wouldn't be a good matchup.
Oh yeah, they hightailed it. Your boys did for sure.
So it wouldn't be a good matchup for anybody. I think it was just
didn't want that getting on TV.
So, well, hey man, like Justin Klein, dude, I really appreciate you coming on, man. I know
it's been a hoot, buddy.
You hate social media, but I think you did a great job promoting your boys.
This guy, I just said, I'm a meme king. I love social media. That's one of the biggest things. Let me put myself over because not enough people do. I go above and beyond. Like, if I am not the best professional wrestling manager in the region, then what am I even doing? Because look what I do for my guys. Look how much exposure they're getting. Look what I'm doing. I'm running their social media. I pump money into these guys. I'm getting them bookings everywhere. They're on top of the world. They just about to set a record for EPW, like a 7-time tag team champions.
6-time
look at
losers. Everything
that I've done. Representing, coming on, taking out my time here to be on this, backyard bullcrap when, to put them over. Nobody else does that. Nobody else does that kind of stuff for their clients. Nobody invests merchandise, comes up with slogans. I mean, marketing, social media.
It's, everybody, just so you know who you're talking about, it's the Hot Shots, Ethan Savage and Brandon Ross.
You're such a fucking idiot.
What, dude? I wrote it down. That's how you
wrote it down so you can remember. That's what we do.
You're over there like playing tic-tac-toe or
second generation stars.
How many times you dropped on your head? Who's second generation stars?
I'm a wrestler, so probably a lot. Anyways, we really appreciate you coming on the show, Justin. I mean,
I'm sure you do, because I'm sure you'll get the most ratings you've ever got, the most viewers.
Absolute blast.
Hey, we've had a bunch of comments. I'll give it to you, man. We've had a bunch of comments about you tonight. Most of them hate comments, of course, but it is what it is, man. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you blasting it up.
I'm back.
There's come say goodbye to Klein.
Hey, wait, are you leaving on Klein? You had a good fun time, man?
We're saying bye to Klein, man.
Oh, that's
saying bye to Klein. Klein was talking about earlier how he's upped his guys' prestige, and I'm really impressed that he is up there. Prestige.
Enjoy Mississippi,
Klein,
dude.
Maybe you should up yours.
Enjoy Alabama. Loser.
I'm in California, dumbass.
This looks like that's an above ground pool at the trailer park.
It's not an above ground pool.
I see no palm trees.
Hey, Smokey.
It's pine trees. Smokey, thank you.
All right,
hey.
Thanks for joining us, Klein, and you have a
Go
great
follow our
night,
YouTube.
okay, buddy?
Pleasure was all yours. Let me plug.
Yeah, make sure
you
kick
him off. Kick him off. Nah. Whoops.
Thank you, Smokey. All right.
That was a blast.
So anybody, I appreciate we just hit our right on our mark tonight with Justin Klein. I appreciate him coming on the show.
Don't forget to plug.
Great interview.
Professionalism, guys. Good job.
But here's what really matters, and it is this stuff right here that's about to be in the center of the screen for CheapHeatTV. Plug this stuff right here. Go subscribe and like.
Smokey, get it up there.
There it is.
Boom! Look at there, Smokey in the house. Yeah,
make sure you guys go subscribe.
The guy's knocking Smokey, but if they had a cat running their social media, they would be a lot more successful than they are. Let's just be honest, okay?
I mean, maybe I'll get the names right if they had a cat running the media.
Well, I mean, Smokey would.
I tell you,
if
this,
somebody asked Smokey what our names are, he would rattle them off just like this. I mean, it took him 20 minutes to finally tell you that Brandon Salvage was the other hot. What is it? Hot shot.
Something like that.
Yeah, hot shot.
Something about and K-Swiss is involved somehow.
And MVP.
I'm looking forward to like having more discussions with Gary about coming back to EPW. Now he got me kind of excited. I didn't realize all that was going on there. Like,
we're just part timers that just wait around until we can get booked on EPW.
That's what I'm waiting for.
They don't. I mean, it's not like we fucking turn down bookings every week because we don't want to leave our goddamn houses to go do shit that he's
It's gonna be fun.
But whatever, man.
Let's go help them out, get them ratings up, and we'll see how long the hot shots go.
We are going back to EPW, and it's gonna be so different this time. Me and Mako's gonna go and have a good time at everyone else's expense, whoever it may be. Good guys, bad guys. They don't make a fuck. We're going to be dickheads to everybody.
Y'all go have fun.
That's
guys.
what we do. Yeah, because I know Scott and Xanders ain't coming. That's fine.
There ain't a damn.
Me and Mako's got this. We are going to.
I have a few scores to settle with some of the guys from that Riley show. So I mean, that's what some of that's been talked about. But like I said, discussions have been had, and that's what I look forward to.
I mean, Klein he's already beat the gun show. I mean, we just got to beat.
Unlike
Mike Hunt or whatever his name is.
I think it's the American Dream, Dusty.
Yeah, little Dusty. Yeah, little Dusty, the bald eagle. Which that's Jesus. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother can of worms right there. But we're gonna stay classy. Because that's what Justin Klein would want if he was still here right now and I could see his face. So, that being said, thank you all for joining us. Join us again next Sunday night. We hadn't decided who our guest will be, but I'm sure we'll get somebody. They won't be of the esteem and class of Justin Klein, but we'll get some shit hook with a poor opinion to share here on a Shitty Wrestling Podcast, because that's what we do every Sunday night. And thank you, Scott Morgan, for stepping up to the plate. God dang, what an introduction. You got my name right. In 59 podcasts, Xander didn't get my name right. And you, on your first try, knocked it out of the park. So kudos for that.
Yay.
I appreciate it, guys.
That's it.
It's
See you
been a
next
blast.
Sunday.